everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my December book wrap up, basically a bunch of reviews of the books that I finished to finish a year, actually last month. Not gonna lie, I have been in a terrible reading slump, although to be fair, I did upload a video every 2 days all month long, so didn't leave me with a ton of time to read, but that's the same thing literally every year. So with that said, finished 3 books. I DNF'd one, which still proud of myself. It's still definitely a goal for me this year, and still going to be the same for next year, to learn to put down books when I'm not enjoying them, even though sometimes I'm not far into them, which is the case with this one, and I'm also in the middle of 3 books, hence the slump, really. So let's talk about them. Ooh, by the way, I have hit my reading challenge goal on Goodreads a while ago, but I believe now I'm officially at 87 for the year, which I'm very happy considering that my reading has been all over the place. I was dealing with so much this year, so I'm happy that I have hit my goal of 75. So let me know in the comment section how many books you have finished, because I'm posting this on the 30th, so you should be almost done. So in order that I finished them, the first one was The Hating Game, which I read this because I was in a reading slump. I don't read a ton of romance. I did vlog it if you want the spoilers, my reaction live as I'm reading the book. Did help with the slump because I did read it very fast, but man was it all over the place. Since filming the vlog, I did watch the movie in a totally legal way online. And I have to say that the movie made some of the scene a little less awkward, but the male actor doesn't know how to act. I'm just gonna say it. Some scenes were so bad. And they changed the color of the wall, that's all I'm gonna say. Which I don't really care. Apparently online it was like a big thing. Who cares? So yes, the book, it was fine. I feel like my issue is that I often find romance, even though I like hate to love, only fiction, I feel like in this case it was just not super good. Like the fact that he hated her for seemingly no reason at first, and the explanation to like make it become a romance, I just wasn't buying it. I'm also not a huge fan of love triangles, and I feel like I often catch myself rooting for the second guy. In this case, it just could not be sustained because they just started making him toxic, and I don't know, I just didn't really care for it. The writing, the banter, I included a few clips of like quotes, so bad. And I feel like that's the best part in a romance. It's supposed to be, especially hate to love, the banter is supposed to be cute and funny, and it just wasn't. I didn't like how much the main female character would like sexualize and objectify the main male character, even though he kept telling her that he didn't like that. I couldn't root for the romance like at all, so was not a fan of it. It's probably like a 2 stars. Not super shocking that I didn't love a romance book, but I was very hopeful, and this one didn't work for me. I do plan on continuing testing some of them. Like 1 or 2 a year is a good amount for me, so I'll probably get back in the mood probably during the summer, and I'll read like a popular one. So I'm definitely open to suggestions, but this just was not it for me. The second one that I did finish was the book for the Patreon book club of the month, which is Legendborn. Super popular YA fantasy book. I've been seeing it quite a bit, and I understand the hype. I did go back and forth with the audiobook. The audiobook was fine. I like to test it just to let you know. My main thing with it, first off, the story, you have this young woman who goes to like a pre-university, I guess, school, private school, where her mom went. Her mom passed away, and things are happening, like secret society, magic, and I liked it, like Arthur, like the round table thing. And I was all for it. I also really liked how she's a black woman, and the secret society is very white and racist. I thought that part was super well handled. I kind of lost interest towards the middle because of, one, the romance, which again, not surprising, especially YA romance. But I kind of lost interest, but I feel like the ending was really good. So I feel like overall it's a solid book. I understand the hype. Personally, I feel like I'm too old for it, and I feel like if I had read it as a young adult, a teenager, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. So I understand the hype, just not for me. So it's probably like a 3-point-something stars, so not bad. It was very easy to go through. The last one that I finished was Not a Happy Family, which was my first time reading something from the author, and I have heard good things overall, but I think people are saying that this isn't her best book, and to me, I find it very forgettable. Like this morning, I was making the list of the books I was going to talk about for this video, and I was like, what was this book again? I had to like read like the summary, and I was like, oh yeah, of course. But like for a second, I forgot, which is never a good sign because I'm usually pretty good at remembering. not with that. You have these two old rich people that have 3 adult kids. They get together for Easter dinner, and they are found dead like a couple of days after by the housekeeper slash used to be the nanny of the kids. And the police officers are just trying to piece things together, like who did it. You're following the like 3 children, and I think the author did well in terms of like making you suspicious of all of them one by one, and like you're slowly learning more what happened that night and how it happened. But I don't feel like it was amazing. Like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't amazing, and a little bit forgettable, clearly. So I'm just meh about it. It's probably like a 3 stars. Nothing super wrong with it. Would love to hear your thoughts on like what her best book would be. I'm willing to give her a second chance, basically. So yeah, kind of meh. I don't know if part of it is me being in a reading slump. I don't think so. I think it's just very meh in general. So it is what it is. I finished it. So see, the 3 books that I did finish weren't amazing. It's probably not helping me with the slump. So hopefully in January, because my next video is going to be my January TBR, hopefully I'm going to find something amazing that will make me finish a book. But as far as the books that I'm currently reading, I did start a little bit the Brandon Sanderson novella between book 2 and 3 in the Skyward World. Is it Redawn? I keep forgetting the name. How do I forget that name every time? Yeah, Redawn. Didn't forget it then. I'm only like 5% into it, so that I shouldn't even mention this, but I started reading it the other day, so I thought I would mention it. But apparently it's going to be better than the first one I read, so fingers crossed. Okay, I still am in the middle / did not really continue this month that much. The Great Hunt, which is the book 2 in the Wheel of Time series. I apparently am using a tissue bookmark. I use anything but a bookmark, really. I'm at chapter 5, which means I'm like 50 something pages into it. I have nothing against the book. It's perfectly fine. It's just that I'm in a reading slump. Once I'm reading it, I'm enjoying it, but picking it up is just, I am dreading it right now. It's a pretty big book. It's not helping. But I really, really enjoyed book 1, like more than I thought. So I should be okay with it. It's just me. So I think January, this is going to be like a top priority because I want to watch a show, but I need to read book 2. I've heard that you don't need to for the first couple episodes, but knowing myself, I'll continue before I finish. So let's not do that. Need to finish this first. The one I really wanted to talk about is the audiobook I'm currently listening to, because actually, let's talk about the DNF first because we're going in order. I was listening to Apples Never Fall by Leanne Moriarty, and I officially DNF'd it at 7%, which is really not far, but this was like a giving an author last chance for me. I read and liked Big Little Lies, and then everything else I have tried by her, I either didn't care, or actually the 2 of the ones I DNF'd them. So I think I'm officially done with the author. It was just like a one-hit wonder for me. There's nothing else to say. I just really didn't care for it. So I put that down, returned it to the library, and I was like, damn, I have no audiobook to listen to. And a lot of the ones I have on my waiting list, it's like 2 weeks at least to like 6 months before I get them. So I got something that was available that has been on my TBR for literally ever. Blindside by Peter Watts. I have been meaning to read this forever. It's like a first contact with aliens, but I had been told it was a little weird. And when I tried the physical book, I read just a couple pages and I was like, oh, you know when you start like a hard sci-fi or like a hard fantasy, like high fantasy, and like you see a bunch of words and you're like, this is going to be a lot to get into. I'm not ready for it. So audiobook was not a bad way. My library literally just got it. That's why I saw it. I was like, oh, it's available. Nobody knows about this. And so far so good. I am, let me double check, 30% into it. And so far so good. It's very weird. I'm not even sure exactly what's going on. From what I understand so far, humanity one day, there's like aliens, like probes, I guess, that just appear, like they're taking a picture, I guess, of like everywhere. And then they disappear and humanity sends like a ship to like go explore what the hell's going on when they're seeing something. And where I'm at right now, they're just like trying to establish contact, but they're not sure what the hell's going on. So like 30% into it, still confused, but I'm kind of enjoying, not necessarily the confusion, but the book. So I'll let you know once I'm done with it in January. But so far, so good, I think. Definitely the best book that I have been reading so far this month. I would love to hear your thoughts on the books that I have read, what you thought about them, and especially the ones that you read in December. Any best ones, because clearly the slump is killing me, and we're hoping that January will be going better. Hopefully much, much better. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, subscribe. I will be putting more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I will see you in an upcoming video very soon. Bye.
Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies.